A lot of people think just because you get brushless motors, you don't need to oil them. Well, that's a lie. You do. They'll get bearings inside them and they need oiled. You should oil them every 10 to 20 flights. With the Walkera Rodeo, there's two ways of doing it. There's an easy way and a hard way. The easy way is take the bottom of the whole plate off, take the ES key off, take the motor out, and take the C-clip out of the motor and get right in there. But then there's another way, and the way I'm going to do it is just basically remove the 4 screws from the bottom. I've already removed 3 screws, so I'm using my 1mm hex screwdriver to get the last screw out. And there you have it, and out it comes. But what I want to show you is, and this is for the new guys, by the way. Somebody asked on my channel if I could post a video up how to oil the motors. You'll see some blue. Anyway, you'll see that blue stuff. There you go. It's Loctite. It's blue Loctite. Now you want to use blue Loctite. You don't want to be using red, because if you use red, then that will permanently stick your screw to the motor. And the reason why you want to use Loctite is because when you put your screws into the motor, you don't want them the vibration causing them to loosen out and fall off. Okay, so you want to use some Loctite. But there's another little thing about Loctite, is it eats away at plastic. So we've got a problem. How are we going to get this screw back up in there with Loctite on it and into the motor without any Loctite going onto the plastic? Well, there's a little trick to that, and I'll show you in a minute. They've actually put the Loctite where you don't want it to be. It's not actually tightening the motors up at all, because basically when I put this screw in, the Loctite's in at the plastic. What the hell? It's not even, the Loctite's not even anywhere near the motor holes at all. So we'll get to that. Now there's an easy way of getting the Loctite off. I'm just gonna put it on my hex, get a lighter and just burn it off. Jesus, this bubbles. Ooh, that's hot. Hotty, hotty, hotty. There you go. Well, believe you me, most of it is off. You can see it's still blue, but most of it, the thickness of it is actually off. It really is. Okay. Now that we've got the screws off the actual motor, the easiest way to oil them is what I've seen. I won't be able to show you in camera because my camera is not good enough. Is we've got shielded bearings in there, and that means it's normal bearings, except for it's got a shield on top of it, saves any dirt and grit getting in it. So what you'll want to do is basically put 1 to 2 drops of oil right in there. The shaft is in there, it's right in there. You want to get a needle nose applicator like this, and you will want to find a nice little sweet spot where you can get your little needle right in there, and I can guarantee you I've got a drop or 2 in there. Okay, I definitely do, because that's just leaking out no problem. Alright, what we'll do is just leave that, let it seep for at least a minute or so, okay? And you don't want to get any of this oil in the plastic either. Oil can actually eat away at plastic, and it will make it it'll make it fragile, and you don't want that happening either, because after all, this is a plastic quad. Now you want to do the under part. Right, this is what I said before. There is really hardly any room at all to work with here. Okay, hardly any room at all. The C-clip is right there. I mean, I might be blocking the light actually. The C-clip's right in there. That's where you can take the motor housing off, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do it the easy way. We're actually going to put a drop. That should be enough. Just where the C-clip was, and leave that hanging there. Right, so we'll hold that there, upside down for a little while, and turn that motor so it will seep inside. Right, okay, it's seeped in there for a little while. I'm going to get a bit of tissue and just dab any excess that was sitting there. I don't want it to go on the plastic. Okay. And I actually have oil over my hands and the plastic, which is not good. I'll give that a good wipe down later. Oil is a messy thing, really is. But anyway, that's the quick way of doing it. Right at the tip of my finger. That's where the motor actually holds, and that's where we want the Loctite to be. Right, so the easiest way to get the Loctite on, get yourself a toothpick and your Loctite. Wait a minute, give it a little shake. Remember, blue Loctite only. Never use red, not unless you want it permanently stuck forever. Alright. I'll just put a little bit right here. We only need a tiny amount of this stuff. Okay? A tiny amount. And I'm going to be extra careful. I only want a tiny amount on my toothpick. I don't even know if you can see, but it's that small. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to just go around the little threads of the inside of the motor. Now, I mean a tiny bit of Loctite, okay? You don't want any of this Loctite going in that motor. Alright. So that's on that screw. Now, as we will get, you want to do all 4 of those holes, okay? Tiny amount. Tiny, okay? Once you've done all those 4 screws, and you've sat the motor back into position, wait a minute. Let me get the screw. Where are you? And my hex screwdriver. And get this back on. Just round about there. I'm going off camera a bit, sorry guys. Yeah. Round about here, there you go, snap it into place. Right. And you need to leave this Loctite sitting in there overnight, okay? So those screws are nice and tight in there. Alright, you want to do that with all 4 of them. Now, I forgot to mention one thing. Get a can of compressed air, and when you've got the motor off, you know, the compressed air with the nozzle, the straw on it, you want to blow through the motor first before you actually put any oil or any Loctite on. Okay, and get any dirt or grass or debris that might have been sitting in there. I'd actually forgot to say that to you. Okay. I'm only showing you this one motor on one screw just now, just to make it short. Right, but basically, leave that sitting overnight now. Okay, they usually say 24 hours, but I give it 12 hours is fine, and that'll be nice and snug in there. This is not a beginner quad. This is an intermediate quad. Okay, if you're a beginner, do not buy this. But brushless motor do need oiled. Brush motor don't. Okay, there you have it. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, happy flying.